Hi, my name is Rick. I'm a everything in media right now. I'm with a beloved leadership member. He's in charge of, I want to say, a lot of things related to Jailbreak and Counter Strike. I'll let him speak a little bit more for himself.
Hey, I'm Skele. A lot of you may recognize me from our Counter-Strike servers where I troll a lot.
So, what is it exactly that you do in Counter Strike right now?
Well, right now I've been working on a super secret project that I can't tell any of you about, but it rhymes with Fang, and it starts with a G. Some of you might
uh,
know it as gangs. Can't tell you too much about it, but it's in development.
that sounds pretty mysterious.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Glad you're the
Super
lead.
secret project.
Speaking of video games, what was the first video game that you just couldn't put down?
First video game I couldn't put down. Let's probably Minecraft Pocket Edition. Back in the old days, back before most people were even born, back in 2011,
God
I
damn,
got
I'm old.
back in 2011. I was 5 years old, and my mom had given me her phone, and I downloaded Minecraft Pocket Edition. And wow, what an ethereal experience! I remember I built the Teen Titan towers, the T tower from Teen Titans, and I was so proud of it. It was just fully made out of iron blocks. You couldn't even go inside. And then I reopened the game the next day, and it was deleted because that's what Pocket Edition Lite did. Fast forward to like 2013, I think I got an Xbox, and I got Minecraft Xbox 360 World, and I probably have over like 400 hours in a creative world that me and my brother used to play on. I still like revisit it every now and then. It's like some of the most time I spent with my brother. He's gone now. But after 360, I got a PC, and I was allowed to buy Minecraft PC Edition in 2013. And I am currently playing it right now, so that tells you a lot about my affinity for the game.
That's awesome. How exactly did you discover EdgeGamers? Like, what motivates you to dedicate so much of your time to here? So we know you said you're
Okay.
doing some super secret project that rhymes with Fang, but what got you to that stage?
Well, I discovered Edge Gamers during quarantine actually. So 2020, obviously, small thing happened, COVID-19. I was a freshman in high school at the time, and I was stuck inside with a lot of time to kill. So I hopped on CS:GO and I saw a video. Wait, let me find it real fast. I forgot who it was from, but it was from like a big YouTuber. Give me 1 second. From Desync. Desync my goat. It was called Using Bee Hopping to Your Advantage in CSGO Community Servers. And it just featured him bee hopping in Jailbreak. And I was like, damn, I want to bee hop in Jailbreak. So I opened up the community server one fateful day and I typed in Jailbreak and I joined the first result and it was Edge Gamers. And then
That's awesome.
I spent a year in quarantine in Edge Gamers because I just love Jailbreak so much. I joined sometime in early 2021, like right before quarantine ended, and honestly, I've just been playing ever since.
That's awesome. So EdgeGamers, what do you do exactly for people that do not know you or who you are? What's your position and what exactly do you do?
Well, I'm formerly Counter-Strike Ellie, as the current Counter-Strike Ellie really likes to remind me. Current Tech Ellie Skelly, former CS Ellie Skelly. They'll say it everywhere. But right now, I am Tech Ellie, which just means I do tech things. So I personally did a lot of the transition from CS:GO to CS2, which was a rough transition. But back in the CS:GO days, I just maintained the old plugins. I did updates and stuff. Right now, I did the CS2 transition, and then I just help around with things. My main project right now is again that super secret project that rhymes with Fang. But yeah, I mean that's kind of it.
That's awesome. For those who don't know or unaware, Ellie would mean leadership. So he's currently a leadership member on the tech side. Speaking of tech, what sparked your interest in that?
Well, in general, I've been doing tech stuff since like really young. I have one moment that really defined me as a tech person. Honestly, this is like a really dumb thing. But back in 7th grade, yeah, 7th grade, what was that? Well, I'm in college now, so 6 years ago. Um,
I'm
I
sorry if it
had
makes you feel old while you listen to this.
oh yeah, sorry, I'm really young. Anyways, I had a science lab, and it was like take some numbers, do some calculations, write down the result. Except the calculations were really, really boring. I had to do like 6 equations, and it was like one of those really bad 4-function calculators that barely worked. I hated it. So I was thinking, man, wouldn't it be really cool if I was able to automate this? And I had just learned Python, like a little bit before, just for fun. I hadn't learned Python. I like knew how the language worked and how to do like super simple things. So I made a Python script that would just take in numbers and then just do the calculations for me and output the result. And it increased my efficiency at that lab tenfold. I finished it so fast. And ever since that day, I was like, wow, this really improved my life in the short term so well. I wonder how well it could improve my life in the long term. And I've just been doing CS stuff ever since.
What? So you said you learned Python. Where did you learn that at? In school or?
I'm completely self-taught. I have not
Oh,
learned.
that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm everything I know is self-taught.
So do you have any certifications or anything? Or is it all
I've
self-taught?
I have a few certifications, but again, I self-studied for them. There are CS classes in school which I did take, but by the time I was able to take them, which is like the latter half of my high school years, they were way below anything I hadn't already learned myself. So I don't really count those in my education because I didn't learn anything. So again, yeah, I'm fully self-taught.
So you said, so we noticed that you said you were in college. What are you taking in college?
Right, like the classes I'm taking right now?
What are you going for your degree?
Okay, well, I mean, I'm pursuing a computer science degree right now. So I'm a freshman in college, which means, again, I have to take baby easy classes. I'm taking a CS2, which is the hardest class that I'm allowed to take right now, and I had to like take a test and everything to get into it. And the class is Intro to C++. Which, yeah, I'm having a lot of fun staying in the back and playing Brawl Stars and not listening to the lectures because I don't have to do anything. I had the class today and I had the class today for an hour 15. I checked my screen time afterwards and it was an hour on Brawl Stars. So
What is it? I assume it's a game on a phone or
yeah, it's just a mobile game. It's just a
Okay.
mobile game.
So, given all that experience you have in tech so far, what do you like? I guess maybe prefer a specific language to study to work with. Is there anything you prefer? I remember you said you learned Python. So it's just for coding languages for people who are unfamiliar.
Yeah, I don't use Python in EdgeGamer. In my EdgeGamers work,
Anywhere.
my
EdgeGamers,
favorite.
real life.
Oh,
Anywhere.
honestly, even just in real life, my favorite language is probably just C Sharp. Just because of how easy and like nice and fun it is. I just love C Sharp. C Sharp's my favorite language. I hate Microsoft, but C Sharp is the one thing that they did right. Good job, Microsoft.
So if you could go back to the beginning of everything, so when you first learned tech, or maybe it was 7th grade, or maybe it was before that, knowing what you know now, would you specifically focus on anything in particular?
Would I specifically focus on anything? Honestly, I kind of like what I did. I didn't go full deep into like anything. I kept my experiences broad. I kept my knowledge broad. I have broad knowledge in a lot of topics, and I think that's the way it should be because it makes acquiring new skills far easier than it would be if I just went, say, full force into Java and I have no idea how anything works but Java. So with my like current skill set, where I just learned a ton of things for fun by myself, it makes it really easy for me to like. Again, I'm entering the industry right now, and it's making it really easy for me to pick up new frameworks as they become available. Like I learned Rust recently, and it was a very easy experience because again, I have so much experience in different languages.
If somebody wanted to start, like maybe you in 7th grade, but maybe a little bit older, would you give them starting in wanting to get into computer science or any specific language? Is there any advice you would want to give them? Like for me, I would say
I
Python is
see.
the easiest. I would always tell people to start with that language. To me,
Are you
it was
talking?
the
Okay,
easiest thing.
like the pathway. Okay. Honestly, I've been thinking about this a lot, because either I would say start as high level as possible, like Python, or start as low level. It depends on the type of person I'm talking to, if I'm being honest. But I would either tell them to start at Python if I think that they need a more rough understanding, or if I think that they could in it and they could rough it out, start at C++.
Oh,
And then, but
those
no
are
matter
two
what,
different spectrums.
I know there are two very different spectrums. If I was starting right now with no prior knowledge, I would be starting at C++. But I was starting back then as a dumb young kid, and I think starting at Python was my best bet. But no matter what, once you get a decent amount of understanding into your first language, change. Go to a new one and understand what's different and why it can be superior in other ways.
In your opinion, if somebody wanted to join the tech team, what advice would you give them, and what could they expect to learn? Like, what would you be looking for? Again,
Okay,
this is
well,
just your opinion.
if somebody wanted to join the tech team, what advice would I give them? Just learn something. We don't normally take applicants who just have like absolutely no experience. I'm gonna say this right now: the EdgeGamers tech team is an incredible place to grow. Like again, I joined young, dumb kid. Now, still young, not as dumb kid, and I attribute a lot of that growth to EdgeGamers and the people I've met. But we can't be fostering an environment for complete new beginners because there's still like a mission and a job to get done. I would advise prospecting applicants to just be proficient or be knowledgeable in some aspect. Be able to develop in some aspect of our stack, and you have a great chance of getting in.
What games, movies, TV shows, or music do you like? How can we learn who you are?
What games, movies, TV shows do I like?
Right now, I'm
I've
addicted on
been...
Fight Club. That's the movie I'm addicted to right now.
Right now, I am currently binging BoJack Horseman. But honestly, I just watch whatever comes to my mind at the moment. Like yesterday, I watched like 6 episodes of South Park just because I felt like watching South Park. Before that, I watched The Truman Show because why not? If something starts coming up on my TikTok feed, then I'll watch it. Like as soon as all the Suits edits started going rampant over TikTok, I watched all 7 seasons in like 6 days. It was really bad. That was a really bad part of my life. But anyway, I'll just watch whatever I feel like. Honestly, I have no rhyme or reason to it.
What's been the coolest experience you've had, whether it be on a tech team, in real life, a vacation, your home? What's something that we can learn about you?
Honestly, you said learn about me, but I just have like an experience I want to brag about right
Go
now.
ahead, brag about it.
I'm gonna brag. I like bragging. Again, young dumb kid hasn't had too much experience in the industry, except for this, which was really freaking cool. Last year I made a project that was just capitalizing on the AI hype. I cobbled it out in like 3 hours. It was honestly probably my worst work ever, except it was in business. And I was like, honestly, let's just see how far this goes. So I contacted some people in like a lot of companies, and I got a response from somebody at Bank of America, and he was like, I'd like to mentor you and develop this. I was like, okay, perfect. So I developed it under him for like a month, I don't remember. And at one point he was like, okay, I like where you've gone with this. I'm going to see if I could set up some presentations for you. So long story short, I pulled up to Bank of America corporate office like a few weeks later in my full suit and tie, and I sat down and I presented to like 20 senior executives, and it was probably still the coolest thing I'd ever done because they were all fascinated. Oh my god, what a brilliant kid! I can't believe he made this by himself, even though it took me like 3 hours and then some refurbishment. And now I have an internship there, which was my first breakthrough into the career. So that's pretty cool.
That's actually awesome, man.
Yeah, I still can't believe the opportunity just kind of fell into my lap. Again, I think this is my worst project ever. I feel like it was the worst code quality I've ever written, and it just happened to capitalize on AI hype, which all the businesses are loving right now. So I mean, fine by me. I'll go make my money. Don't let Bank of America see this.
so to wrap things up here, what, in your opinion, what would you like to see for the future of EdgeGamers, or I guess in the future of EdgeGamers? And a tech team. What do you see? Where do you see yourself in 20 years? You got all the degrees, all the certificates you ever need. What's your dream job?
Honestly, dude, I am at a stage in my life where I am trying to figure that out as we speak. I have no idea where I'm gonna end up. I just know that I want to be behind the screen writing some code. I don't care exactly in what context I'm writing that code in. If it's like cybersecurity, software engineering, I just wanna be writing code. No matter how far up I get, I still want to be just typing on that keyboard. For Edge Gamers specifically. I honestly just feel like we continue forward full throttle. No matter what Valve throws at us, no matter how hard they try and hit us, we're still going to be standing. And I think Tech Team is going to be vital to making sure that Valve can't take us down too far.
The ever battle, man. For those who don't know, if you Google CS2 communities and Valve's response and everything, you can learn more about that. We won't get into that here. But is there anything you want to let anybody know before we let you go? Any shout outs, anything like that?
Yeah, real quick, I just want to speak on that super secret project that rhymes with Fang. Um, honestly, it should have been out like a while ago, except this funny thing happened where I had to move schools, or I had to move I had to move like from home, and then as soon as I getting settled, as soon as I was figuring out my homework schedule, my computer broke, and I
Oh
did not
no.
have. Yeah, I was complaining about it for a long time. And Valve, in their infinite wisdom, made it so that Macs can no longer run CS2, and the only laptop I had available to me was a Mac. So then I had to spend some time fixing my computer, and it's a whole mess, and I literally just got it working like yesterday. My point being, super secret project that rhymes with Fang, soon TM. I know everyone hates to hear it, and I'm really sorry that it took this long, but I swear it's coming. I'm doing my best.
Well, we appreciate all your help, man. Uh,
Hmm.
Again, my name is Rick. I'm one of the community. Actually, I am the community manager now in media. We thank you very much for listening, and we hope to see you guys again. Good night.
Night.